Hello and welcome to the Curious Crow podcast. This is episode 13. My name is Martin William.
And my name is Mysterious Ferret.
Anonymous Ferret.
Anonymous Ferret,
Anonymous
that's the
Ferret.
one.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
one.
we got that because we do the running order on Google Docs. Every week he comes up as an anonymous animal.
Exactly. What was I last week?
I don't know, but I know
It's like
you've been...
squid or something.
I know you've been anonymous Nyan Cat before. I've seen that.
That's
anyway, coming
phenomenal.
up in this show, oh, you bastard! Chris's trip to Warsaw. I want all the games.
Yes, you do.
Literally all of them.
Oh, you greedy bastard.
How iPhones are locked to networks and stuff like that. My state at being angry as Chris. Emotional turmoil and its effects. There's a Queen film.
Yeah.
And some of the games you played this week. I played a bit of Minecraft. Things have changed.
Have they?
Yes.
Interesting.
We'll talk about that. Bayonetta, which is a game you played.
Yeah.
I cleared the backlog, and we're going to talk about that as well, generally.
Cool.
And Liar.
Yeah.
Film?
No, TV series.
Oh, well, there you go.
Currently ongoing, I believe.
We're also
Episode 3 came on yesterday.
We also have an amazing story about how a dog found a dildo on a beach.
I didn't even know that's what the story was about. That's phenomenal.
And we'll let it go. And also, we're going to be talking about this amazing video that's on the BBC at the moment of the first female to do a wheelchair backflip. European female to do a wheelchair backflip. And we're going to have a little nice discussion about disability.
Yes, we are.
And stuff like that, because we're inclusive folks like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, when I said, "Oh, you bastard," people must have thought he's just saying that because that's something they say. So, no, this is a thing. During the No Mercy stream,
Yes.
about 11 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday,
Yeah.
I sort of felt a bit.
We both felt a bit, mate. We how long have we been awake for? Bearing in mind as well, you had to come pick me up. So I'd been awake since 10 o'clock the morning before.
Yeah, me too.
And it was obviously 24-hour charity event, wasn't it?
We were awake 25 hours at that point. So,
grim.
I started just like doing the Mel B from Bo Selecta impression.
Yes, you did.
Says, "Oh, you bastard," but I couldn't get it out. I was just pissing myself with laughter. I was laughing so hard.
It got so bad that we had to stop. We had to stop because we couldn't see.
I was crying.
Yeah.
We were all just gone. So Chris puts this link up on my Facebook, which there'll be a link to in the video description.
There will be.
about Mel B going on holiday.
Yeah, in 2003.
Yes. Oh, I found myself a holiday romance. So yeah, go check that out. It's the guy who now does. It's the guy who now does. Keith Lemon, Lee Francis. I've just had a news flash on my phone. Actually, Saudi Arabia's King Salman issues an order allowing women to be given driving licenses in Saudi Arabia.
That's cool.
That's good.
That's phenomenal.
That's good.
Step in the right direction.
If you pay attention to the news, that will give away when we're recording it. So I just wanted to mention. Oh, you bastard!
Well, to be fair, I was just scrolling.
That bit where he's on the sun lounger and he's fanning his. Yeah.
His region. The thing is,
letting off a right bong.
Well, the thing is, I saw the video on Facebook. An old university friend had shared it on Facebook, and I went, "It's Mel B." It's the worst bit because that, of course, it isn't actually Mel B, but it's the fact I saw the the thumbnail, and I went, my brain, bearing in mind, I'd just woken up at this point, went,
I know who like
that's
that.
Mel B. And so the first thing the thing I then proceeded to do was tag you and our friends in it as well, because it's just funny. I'm sorry, whether you like highbrow humour or lowbrow humour, either way, it's just funny.
Skiddies were pretty lowbrow around here, innit?
Yeah.
So that was nice. I enjoyed looking at that. I thought I was well funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard! Oh, he's letting off a bit of a bong. It's Vicky and Dave. Go watch the video. Chris, you're going to Warsaw.
Indeed I am. This is
in Poland.
No.
The one up in the Midlands.
The one that's up north to us. I know, and I know what people will say, but it's not in the north. No, well, it's north to me, so that way, in my mind, anything north of London is the north, and they can stay there. But yeah, no, I'm heading up to Birmingham, next Thursday, because my job which currently entails cleaning. 8 hours of it. So as you can imagine, there are points where I go, huh, and I wish I was doing something a little bit more. Well, my workplace have very, very generously elected to send me on a lifeguarding course.
You could be a lifesaver, Chris.
Exactly, which is really cool. Obviously, I get
the world's shittest Baywatch.
Oh, mate! To be fair, it's gonna be like Baywatch, but looking at in one of those amusement park mirrors, where it makes everyone look really out of weight, so overweight, and it's just gonna be me running, and there's no mirrors involved. It's just me running because I'm a fat git. I had to think about my words carefully there.
You were about to say something else, weren't
yes,
you?
I was about to say the big C.
Long bleep.
Yeah, it would have done.
So at this point, I just want to say, when you get the lifeguard training course, I don't know if you've been briefed on this, but what happens is your shirt immediately splits open and you get like chest hair. It's like,
I've already got that though.
You get more. It's like proper David Hasselhoff chest hair.
I don't want that. Oh no, please. But yeah, no, so it's really cool because it means I'm doing a little bit more in my job, which is nice. I'm busy all the time anyway, working hard as is the standard.
Yeah.
Because my boss likes a grafter, I'm a grafter. It works well. But this gives me an opportunity to widen my skill set a bit, because if I'm lifeguard training, I'm first aid training and everything as well. It gives me a sense of accomplishment, especially considering everything that happened with me at university, and I'm happy for it. It's given me a new goal to set my sights on, which is lovely. So yeah, and as well, I would like to point out I've never actually been to Birmingham.
Have you not?
No, I've never been to Birmingham. I've driven through it.
Birmingham's alright actually. Well, it's got, let's be honest, Birmingham has a reputation, but
it does.
It depends.
Yes.
It's like any place.
Well,
there's nice bits, there's not so nice bits.
It's the same as anywhere, isn't it?
Depends where you go. Like you could be in the Surrey Hills and find a shithole.
Yeah, pretty much.
In fact, I could name it, but I won't.
Well, this is the thing as well, because as I said, I've driven when I was up in Wrexham for uni.
Yeah,
I had to drive through Birmingham and Wolverhampton all at the same time, and I've just looked at train tickets for my ticket back and my ticket there from the Birmingham station to Wrexham, because I thought, I'll pop up there. I've got a couple of things I need to take care of up there.
Yeah,
and I looked, and it went, there's you've got to go from Birmingham station, obviously. You then got to go to Wolverhampton, then up to Chester, then to Wrexham.
That's one hell of a journey.
But what makes me laugh is the fact that I've now got a 45-minute wait in Wolverhampton. And I'm like, okay, I actually know a couple of people in Wolverhampton. Am I going to leave the station? No, because I don't want to get lost. And I feel like if I leave the station, the first thing that's going to happen... No, but mate, I think the first thing that will happen is I'll walk out and I'll probably be hit by a bus or something. And because that's just my luck. That's just how it is when I go anywhere. Something has to happen that's detrimental to my health. So I'd rather not chance it.
Right, okay. I like your optimism. So are you looking forward to going up there?
Yeah, mate, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, again, it gives me a new skill set, but it means that I'm learning something new.
Right, yeah.
And obviously, it's only been 3-4 months since I finished my degree.
Right, I'm with you.
But do you know what? It's nice to be thinking, I'm going to be learning something new next week. I'm going to be learning something valuable.
I always like going on a bit of training.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you learn something. Like I went on a lighting course, and I hope the evidence of that is visible in
Wilbo's Cupboard, now on our channel.
Yeah, episode 1, which is up. Go look at it, please.
Oh, what a saucy little plug that was. Very nicely done,
It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
We'll move on though. Because I've just seen what's next on the running order.
Yeah.
And for the majority of them, other than one of them, I don't want at all. That holds no interest.
Before I do this, actually, there's something I haven't put on the running order, which is really good news for you.
Oh.
Terrible news for me. So what happened was, I built a PC to live at my parents' house, because I want to go visit more often. And I figure if I've got a gaming PC there, I can kill some time. Okay?
Yeah.
I had a load of bits lying around, so I just built something, right?
Yeah.
But I needed a graphics card, so I bought a NVIDIA 650 Ti.
Yes.
2 GB card. It's a really good card. It still runs Overwatch and most games quite nicely.
Cool.
So I bid for a couple of them on eBay.
Yes.
I bid for one, got it. Brilliant. Bid for another one, got outbid. That's fine.
Yeah.
Been outbid. Fine. Good, I only needed one. Well, that person's cancelled their bid, so Chris's PC will be featuring an NVIDIA 650 Ti and that 7700, which isn't quite as good. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But we stick it on eBay. If you want a AMD Radeon HD 7700, hook me up. I will sell it to you. So yeah, your PC's getting an upgrade on an upgrade.
Wonderful.
Because
wonderful.
I'm a fool.
The Quail Ascension is beginning.
The games that I want.
Yeah, the games that you want, mate.
There's so many games that I want to play out right now.
Do you know what?
Just before payday as well.
Oh, it's bad. But do you know what? This is something that anyone who knows us in person,
yeah,
and who doesn't just listen to this, and anyone who's met us and knows what we both like and what we both dislike and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're a fan of the first and third person shooters, obviously, for to some degree.
Yeah.
But I think it's safe to say that your kind of gaming preference is a racing game.
I love a driving game.
And this is where we differ. This is one of the only reasons.
So I'm coughing away.
You're right, mate.
I think I'm getting sick.
Oh, mate. I feel you.
Yeah.
Because that was me a couple of weeks ago.
I've been very run down lately. I've been working really hard. I'll talk about that in a bit, actually.
Oh, pal.
But you were sick the other week.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel it. I feel you. But I think it's safe to say as well that this is the only time, really, gaming-wise, that we differ. Because anyone who's listened to this podcast from the start will know my absolute disdain for driving games. I can't stand them.
Right.
Unless it's GTA, which isn't really a driving game.
It isn't fun.
It's a good game.
It's not like a simulation type experience.
Exactly. But for instance, I am just not a fan of driving games.
Right.
And looking at your list here, I see 3 driving games to the one first person shooter. Which, no. So some of it I'll be able to agree with.
There's more than that as well. I must be honest. Oh. So I've put down there, I want Destiny 2, I want Forza 7, I want Project Cars 2, I want Gran Turismo Sport, Assetto Corsa 2 is in the works, I think. I want to do all of these things. I want Sonic Forces, which comes out relatively soon. I want to play all the games I've got in my backlog. And you know what? I don't think we've ever been in a time, and you can look at other examples of other games coming out.
Yeah.
We've never been in a time where we've been saturated with just such good games. There's so many games. The amount of games is too damn high.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. When you were a kid,
yes,
there'd be a decent game come out once a month.
Once every now and then.
Yeah. There's just, all of them look good. I don't know whether that's just that we've got good at marketing them or what. But they all look good. I just want all of them. I want to go into a shop and just buy them all. But obviously I have financial restrictions to that. You can't just do that. But I just wanted to say there are so many good games. There's so many good games.
See,
and I think you're going to be serviced well by all of them. I'm particularly excited for Gran Turismo Sport. I've been needing a Gran Turismo game in my life for a very long time since 6 came out. It's difficult to us. 6 came out. Gran Turismo 6 came out 5 years ago.
Jesus.
So that's a long time for a Gran Turismo game. And Forza 7's out as well. I do kind of want to get the collector's edition of that, but it's a game exclusive, and I'm way too lazy for that.
Yeah,
too lazy.
We discussed this last week, mate, and we've said no, don't do it. I'm
getting the Gran Turismo one. That's like non-negotiable.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I love Gran Turismo. But yeah, just so many good games. We're going to put as well. The thing that got me interested in Project Cars 2, actually, I saw a review from IGN.
Okay.
And I know IGN's reviews can be a bit, sometimes, but makes it look really good. And I think if I can get a demo of this game and try it, then I'll make a decision. If not, though, on the PC it's only 30 quid. I say only 30
quid. Could be worse.
But it might be worth a go.
Then again, this is the funny thing, because obviously you've gone, it's only 30 quid.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, because I think, is it safe to say it's a AAA title?
Yeah, Project Cars
Yeah.
2 is. Project Cars 1 maybe not, but Project Cars 2.
Yeah.
The first one was enough of a success to make this one AAA.
Yeah, and and you say 30 quid, fair enough.
Yeah.
The thing is though, because obviously as you said, there are so many games coming out, like round now-ish.
Yeah.
As of the time of this recording, and again the difference between us here strikes, because I'm a very story-driven game player.
Yeah.
I like a good story.
Yeah.
And if I can get my teeth into it, even better. It's a bit like the other week when we were discussing how, it's £40 or £50 for We Happy Few.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Which is insane considering it was an indie game originally. And now it's, a fully fledged realised game, which is phenomenal. And I cannot wait to purchase it, because I will be purchasing it. And I think it'll be
on a PC that'll run it as well.
Oh, fun!
Can I tell you about?
Great.
Can I tell you about some of the games that are coming out?
Yeah, mate, go for it.
In October.
Please do, mate.
I'm just trying to find a decent list, actually. Let's have a look.
Well, while you look for a decent list, shall I just name off a couple of games that I'm really looking forward to?
Yeah, go for it, man.
As you've already listed, Destiny 2, that's actually one of the biggest ones going right now. One game I really do want to play on the PC, at least, is PlayerUnknown's Battleground. And I know that's good. People are going to go, oh, everyone's playing that. I haven't played that yet, so wind your neck in. And stow your tits, because honestly, it looks awesome. It's obviously it's a buggy mess. There's stuff everywhere. It's just like, oh god, okay, yep, that happened. But it just looks like so much fun. Ark Survival Evolved, actually, that's one that's been advertised a lot recently, and I really like the look of it, because it just looks it looks like a lot of fun.
Right, yeah.
And finally, it's been mentioned on the show before, but I will be purchasing Kerbal Space Program, like an updated version for my new PC when Quail has been risen to the point of godhood.
The PC Master Race.
Well, because it's gonna It's gonna change everything for me gaming wise. Anyway, so it's just one of those things. Those are a few of the games that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah. Now that you've said and brought up the fact that
Can I reel off some of the games that are coming up?
Yeah, please do.
October the 10th, Middle Earth: Shadow of War.
Love it.
October the 24th, Destiny 2 for the PC comes out. It's already out for consoles right now. NBA 2K18 is out on the 17th of October. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Really want that. Call of Duty World War 2, November the 3rd.
I wouldn't mind a go.
Rayman Legends, the Definitive Edition, that's an old game. Ark Survival Evolved has come out recently. Sonic Forces is coming out, I think, next month. Let's have a look. Some of these are a bit messed up, actually. They've kind of messed it up. And then looking at 2018 as well, we've got Red Dead Redemption 2.
I can't wait for that. The first one was so good.
We've got I expected to hear something about Grand Theft Auto after that. I reckon it'll be a little while, and then they'll be saying about GTA 6.
Yeah. Or
maybe they'll do something else completely different. I mean, just looking at, there's so many games coming up. We're looking at LA Noir's coming to the PlayStation 4.
Loving
Xbox
that.
One and Switch, which is going to be really cool. Bringing it back up to date, which it makes me think there's a sequel in the works.
Oh, who knows?
You know what I mean? It makes me feel like there's a sequel. Rocket League's coming to the Switch. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is coming out on the PlayStation 4. We Happy Few is coming out next year. There's just so many games.
There is so much, it's ridiculous.
Gran Turismo Sport, obviously, still to come. Yakuza 6 is coming up next year. Spider-Man, PlayStation 4. Yeah.
To be fair, the trailer for that looked amazing. When they first released it looked bloody incredible.
It's a game I've ordered.
Oh, good man.
Yeah, some stuff for the Virtual Console. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is coming out this year.
Cool.
Detroit Become Human is next year. Metal Gear Survive is coming out in Q1 of next year. Honestly.
Do you know, actually, that
endless list of games.
Just before we move on from the game segment.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know what? I've been pondering this, and I wanted to kind of ask you, purely as a forethought to next year.
Yes. I've
been considering this for a while now, and how to go about asking you. So, do you know what? I'm gonna thought I'll do it during the recording.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, go on.
Because I've got you trapped here, and it also means that you've got to kind of give me.
I've got to give you something answer for.
Yeah,
okay,
pretty much.
On.
How would you feel if
no
in the
no go on
in the new year we go halves on a VR headset and controllers, so that we can do some gameplay stuff? Because VR, to be fair, since we were young, has come a hell of a long way.
Oh yeah,
and and do you know what? Some of the stuff that's out there now looks amazing, and by next year, God knows what we could do.
It's gonna have. I think because of. I mean, my PC's decent,
yeah,
but I don't think it'll run VR. So
you never know.
It's going to have to be a PS4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
PSVR, isn't it?
For sure.
Sure.
But I was thinking, shall we? I was going to say, do you want to go halves on it, because then we can both do stuff.
Yeah.
And it just looks awesome, gives us a new experience, and also means we get to spend a little bit more time together.
This also gives more credence to the fact that maybe we should have a storage locker.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Just a little bit.
Because I'd love to. Because Come Around Your House is great. And
yeah.
Your family are very gracious. They have us do this here.
Yeah, they're a good sort.
It'd be nice to have a central location. If you're in the Hampshire, Berkshire, or Surrey area, and you would like to give us a place where we can steal some of your office space,
even a shed.
Yeah, give us an email. Send us an email. Drop a comment. I will call you, I promise.
Yeah,
now,
100%.
Let's talk about iPhones, another gaming platform. We don't talk about mobile games very often.
No,
they do exist, but you're having to use an iPhone.
I am, and do you know what?
Yeah.
Again, anyone who knows me in person
knows you're a little pussy bitch about this. Why don't you use an Android?
Yeah, because I've grown up using Androids. And do you know what? I prefer them as a phone platform, as far as phone platforms go.
Fussy.
Yeah, pretty much. But then again, you like your iPhone as well, mate.
It's not just that these days. As I said, I look at there's the Pixel 2, which is coming out as well.
Yeah.
I look at those phones, I think, nice. I want to have those.
Yeah.
But as I said, because now I'm stuck. Now I'm trapped. Genuinely, I'm trapped.
You are trapped.
I'm trapped by my car. Of all things.
Which is hilarious for me.
Android phones don't work with my car. And I want to be able to listen to my bloody Spotify whilst I'm driving.
Mate, can't you do like a factory reset on your car?
It don't work like that. I think there's more at play here. It doesn't work. I think maybe there might be a chance. There might be a chance for me to send it to Vauxhall for a software update or something. I've just given away what car I've got there. I've got an Astra.
Yeah, there you go. Done. Well, do you know what?
It's blue. Registration number. No.
Find him. Track him down and steal his consoles for me.
No.
I will pay you in love.
You know where I live.
I do, but if I go and steal it, then it's going to be linked straight back to me.
You don't want half of them, man.
Oh, I don't.
Some of them are worth money. Some of them aren't.
Well, if they stole me your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox One, I'd be happy.
No, thanks, mate. My Xbox One's not worth stealing at the minute. There's no games coming out for it. Not really exclusives. No, apart from Forza 7. That's it.
Anyway, phones. Because
mobile telephones.
Yeah, because. Obviously there was a situation a few months ago, and I since then have been completely phoneless.
It's been a proper pain in the arse.
Yeah, hasn't it? Just getting in contact with me for anyone has been a pain in the arse, and it's been pretty bad. But and here is the big booty of it all.
Oh yeah. Big round booty.
My father had my dad had a spare phone going, and it is an iPhone, and he's lent it to me for the time being until I'm properly on my feet and able to afford my own handset. However, I've had to factory reset this phone.
Yeah.
And it's locked to a specific company.
You can name them. I don't like this company.
I know you don't.
You name them. I don't care.
Okay. Martin doesn't like you, but I'm thinking of joining you, Vodafone. to use your services, because currently, especially with me going, being here, there and everywhere over the next few months at least, I'm going to be needing a way to contact people, and currently that is just not possible. But I've turned this phone on, done the factory reset, and it's demanded. It's not like any other phone I've had where it's gone, oh, you don't have a SIM card inserted at the moment. That's all right. We'll let you start up your phone, sort everything out first, as long as you connect to the Wi-Fi.
Normally iPhones do let you do that. I'm going to be honest. They do let you do that.
Well, maybe we'll have a look in a bit. But and every other phone's been like, oh, poor dear, it's fine. Don't worry. You sit and have a cup of tea and sort out your apps, and we'll go back to the SIM card later. This iPhone, how dare you not have a SIM card, you bastard! and I genuinely feel like it's been holding me by the throat, like throttling me, telling me that I'm no good, that it's going to treat me like its bitch until it's got a SIM card rammed inside it. It's going to be holding me hostage,
baby.
And
love when you talk dirty, Chris.
Oh dear, good.
Oh yeah,
you're the only one who does. Anyway,
hello, Tamara.
But yeah, no, it's odd for me, because an iPhone is something I never thought I'd have, simply because of how expensive they've been in the past and how little money I've had. And now I'm sat here with one, but I can't use it for another 2 days, and I'm sat there going, why won't you let me use you? And it's still sat there with its garrote wire saying, I'm gonna wait until you go to sleep, you git.
You were going to say something else though, weren't you?
No, I was actually going to say git.
Oh, I'm glad you weren't going to say the other thing.
No, I wasn't going to say the other thing.
That's happened a couple of times where in a normal conversation we'd have said the other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, this is a relatively clean podcast.
Relatively. But yeah, no, so as you can tell, my characterization of the phone that is sat over there currently is very aggressive.
Yeah.
Which, as it turns out, is something that you understand very well since yesterday.
Mate, I can't go into specifics.
No.
And I won't go into specifics.
No one wants you to, man. I was expecting you to.
It's me moaning about a problem that I'm having in my employment. Okay?
Yes.
Now, I won't go into specifics, and I am aware that I'm grateful to have a job. I'm aware that I'm grateful to have a job in television.
Yes.
I'm aware that, I am paid for my services.
Indeed.
But a few things have happened that have made me angry. I was so angry last night that I was on the phone to Frankie, just expletives flowing forth.
Really?
Yeah,
that bad?
And you know me, I don't get angry.
No, you're, to be fair,
I tend to get upset.
Yeah, but you're more laid back than a lot of people. Like, you actually know how to hold your temper, unlike myself.
Honestly, I went to find a punch bag yesterday, mate.
Oh, mate,
I don't know.
That's not good.
I don't know. And I just don't understand some of the stuff that's happened with me.
Yeah.
But I've never been that angry, and I didn't really know what to do about it. And then Frankie, sort of calmed me down.
Yeah.
And I was getting angry again today, and Frankie did this amazing thing. She took me to KFC.
All right, okay.
We found the cure for my anger.
Oh, really?
Take me to KFC. I love KFC. I had KFC yesterday. I've had KFC 2 days in a row.
Oh, lucky you.
Oh, mate, it's not good though. I can't do this. I can't continue to do this. I'm going to be deeply unhealthy with the amount of anger that's going on.
Honestly.
So I need to find another cure. If you have any anger management tips,
I have a couple.
Okay, go on.
I have a couple for you. I find often that when I'm in a bad mood, the best thing to allow me to calm down is to listen to some really heavy, angry music, because do you know what?
Yeah.
Because it builds it. I won't lie to you. It builds it up, the emotion up a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then you just feel so drained of that specific emotion that it just goes, and it's enough.
I have a favourite band.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to say the name to Chris.
Okay.
So he knows who I'm talking about, but I will have to bleep the name.
Yeah. Understandably.
And I need to make a note of when I'm going to say this, because I seriously will need to edit this whole name out.
Yeah.
They're a band called... Okay.
Yep.
You heard of them?
Oh, I've heard of them.
So, 2920, boys and girls. 2920. Could you write it down for me, please, Chris?
2920.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bleep all of that. the name is hardcore. The music is hardcore. Maybe I should listen to them.
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing. I also find that if you're having a really rough time and you're feeling the need to unleash some rage, one of the best things is just walking with your headphones in, pretending that the world isn't there. Because no matter what you do, you're going to be angry anyway. So, just find something constructive to do. For me, personally, it's going out and actually getting some fresh air and going for a walk. Yeah. Because it then gives me time to think and it clears my head. So, there are a couple of things that I do. Because if I have the time, that is, if I'm angry and there's no time to do either of those things, then I go, well, okay, I'm just going to be in a bad mood for a while. And I think people just learn to deal with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Chris, I'm just so happy I got to say that band's name.
I can tell because you're grinning.
Saying that name makes me so happy. But how are you, how do you deal with emotional turmoil and its effects? That was the smoothest
That was a nice little segue, mate. I like that.
Trashed it by the fact I mentioned it.
Well, do you know what, mate? I think that these two things actually tie in quite nicely together.
Why you put it on there, then?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I think that's where my thought train was going.
Choo choo.
All aboard the thought train. You don't want to take a walk in my head because the things in there will bite.
In my head right now, I'm just listening to that band.
I bet you are.
Have you heard the name of one of their big songs?
Yes, I have. I know, mate.
I'm not going to repeat it.
No, please don't, because it makes more work for you and takes longer.
Yeah.
But no, emotional turmoil, obviously, everyone has it. Everyone goes through it. Over the last 3 weeks, nearing a month, emotional turmoil is something I've become very, very familiar with, and it's not been the easiest ride. Obviously, I got ill. I was quite ill for a couple of weeks now, actually, and it was really unpleasant. Yeah. I've only just started to feeling better. And I've not got mucus pouring out of every hole in my face, which is preferable.
Just the way you said it's funny. I'm sorry.
That's right, mate. So it's that was one thing, and obviously when you start a new job, it's all very nerve-wracking, especially if you don't think you're doing a good job, and you like myself.
You panic, you worry.
Well, I beat myself up if I don't think I'm doing a good enough job. I blame myself, and unfortunately, it then gets worse because I'm just there like, oh, you stupid git. And I start flipping out at myself, and then everyone thinks I'm in a bad mood with them, and it's not that at all. And it just adds to the emotional turmoil that was my life for a couple of weeks. And obviously, so I'm not going to pretend that, I'm not going to go, oh, my life's so difficult, because it's not. I have a fantastic life. But obviously things hit other people differently, don't they?
Yeah.
And like
we have coping mechanisms, we all have ways.
Exactly. So, for me, if something upsets me, it might not necessarily upset you. But similarly, if there's something that upsets you, it might not upset me. That's the gist of it.
Right, yeah.
But the thing is that, especially with friends and family, loved ones, here, there and everywhere, you've got the support. And I think emotional turmoil, especially if you don't know where your head's at, like I was for a couple of weeks, where my head was all over the shop. Mm-hmm. I was struggling to deal with this, that, and the other. But do you know what? There was a part of me that stuck around for when people were having a bit of a rough time. The little bit of me that went, nah, stop being a pussy about it. The little bit of me that went, do you know what? Other people.
Do I have to bleep? No, I don't.
No, you don't. No. You've already said it, mate. So don't worry about it.
That's fine.
And it's not one of the big ones. But, when people have been feeling it rough, at the same time as I've been feeling rough, despite how awful I was feeling, it's a case of putting some time aside for your mates, your loved ones.
Right, yeah.
Whether it's partners, family, whatever. Put some time aside. Because, do you know what?
Get back to what's important.
Yeah. Because sometimes, things are going to be crap and things are going to get to you. But honestly, I find that human beings, we are incredibly resourceful. We're incredibly resourceful creatures. And do you know what? we can pretty much do anything. We really can. Oh, stop it!
Sorry,
you gimp.
I've just looked.
You just looked at it. You're ruining my moment.
Sorry, there's a story we're looking at later, and I'm just a little bit. Just
stop it! I know. I just looked over and I saw it myself.
Sorry.
But no. See, this is why I can't have nice things.
I'm sorry, dude. You carry on. Carry on.
I intend to. No, well, as the human race is. We're very resourceful, and do you know what? Yeah, you're gonna meet people that are complete and utter wankers.
Yes, people like me at this point.
Yeah, it's completely you. I'm looking at you from across the table, and
try not to laugh. I'm sorry.
All I feel is disdain. But the thing is that you're gonna deal with these people. But the thing is, don't let it show.
No,
that's the best. I've found that is the best way. And do you know what? I'm also going to impart some advice that you imparted to me, because
it's a good bit of advice. This,
because obviously over the last few days as well, I've been talking to a couple of people who've been having some real difficulties, some real problems.
Yeah, man. You've been the rock. It has to be said. I know what your little while last sort of months or so have been like. You're being a decent rock.
Thank you, mate. But the thing that I think needs to be said is one of the best pieces of advice that Martin's actually ever given me when I was having a few years ago, was having a really, really rough time.
Yeah. And
I just didn't know how to handle it because my teenage hormone-addled brain didn't know how to deal with these things. And do you know what? Stuck with me to this day.
Luckily, at that point, mine had.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd sorted it out.
But I'll always remember, because Martin just turned to me and goes, Chris, the best thing you can do right now is nothing. And do you know what? He was right, because I was annoyed at the time, and I'm fairly certain, people that are angry or hurting or whatever at the moment, wherever they be, whether they be here with us in England or elsewhere, if you're having a hard time and people are putting your patience to the test, best thing you can do is do nothing, because it gives them nothing. And do you know what?
Yeah, sometimes it
works.
Is.
Sometimes it works.
And do nothing is genuinely a good bit of advice.
It is a decent piece of advice.
Unless, of course, you do need to do something. Like,
in which case, please do it.
If it's the point you're being like completely oppressed or whatever.
Yeah, then do something.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's my bit on emotional turmoil, because I think a lot of it's been going around recently, and I just kind of wanted to voice an opinion on it.
I don't think the world in general is helping. The world's been kind of a trippy, weird place lately,
hasn't it?
There's been a lot of stuff happening politically that's making us
everyone a bit
scared.
Crazy. Yeah, making everyone a bit crazy,
and that has to play a part, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the world's lost a lot of good people lately as well.
Oh yeah.
Today, God, yeah. A couple of people have gone, and that I'm presuming meant something to somebody. I mean, let's talk about the Queen film.
Yes, Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's called Bohemian Rhapsody, and it has started shooting.
It has, yes.
Yeah, go on. Tell us about your thoughts on this, because I actually know someone who's working on it.
Yeah, well,
they're very excited about it.
Do you know what? I'm very excited about it, and I really, really want to see it. Simply because I am a massive Queen fan. Like, if anyone turns to me and goes, "Oh, who's your favourite band?" Queen.
Me
Straight
too.
off the top.
Got every album.
Yeah, exactly. My mum and dad had the 45s and everything as well.
Wow,
which is phenomenal.
Probably worth a couple of quid these days.
Well, mum and dad turned around. My mum was talking to our friend Hannah earlier on when she was here, and said, when me and Rich, at one point when I took him in my Ford, whatever it was, we
Model
went,
T?
I think it was Model T.
Model T is a car from the 1800s. That's me just taking the piss out of
I have no idea, mate. You're in their house. Have some respect.
I know, but your parents wouldn't mind.
I'm sure they would. No. The thing, my mum would go, my mum said, me and Rich went to, Wembley Arena to see Queen. I was like, oh yeah, that's something you did. And do you know what? I'm really excited for this film, simply because if they get it right, it's going to be good.
it seems like it's taken long enough to put into action, which means that whoever's making it, and Brian Taylor and Roger May are... So I've completely cut that up. Brian Taylor and... Hang on. Brian May and Roger Taylor.
There we go.
Big Queen fan, cocking that up there. They've been involved and they've been putting brakes on stuff when it's been going off the rails. They've been sorting stuff out with it. And I think it's important they do, because this is going to mean a lot to a lot of people. I mean, Freddie was an idol to millions of people, including me, and
still
also
to this day,
being a gay man in that time period as well has meant a lot for people who see him as a bastion. And also obviously AIDS. Yeah. His death, he created a lot of awareness about that horrible disease there as well. So the whole Freddie Mercury story is so faceted. We're going to see probably, I suspect, the music, which is going to be one of the very important parts, his talent. Yeah, for his private life, he was a shy man. Let's not forget that, a shy man. We're also going to see his struggle with coming out and being gay in that time, being himself basically. Yeah, and then we're also going to see what happens to see someone like that sort of deteriorate. So we're going to see all that stuff and deteriorate in secret as well. We're going to see all that stuff. So I think this is going to be a really interesting story.
Definitely. Well,
if it's anything like some of the biopics, the quality of some of the biopics we've seen recently, it's going to be amazing.
Well, I've just got the cast list up here, and I'm looking at it. I'm quite happy with it, actually.
Yeah, go on.
I've got Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury.
Yes, very good choice, actually.
Some people have been a bit funny about that, but I'm not going to go into it. Well. Joseph Mazzello.
Okay.
Playing John Deacon. Lucy Boynton.
Yes.
I don't know if I might have butchered that, playing Mary Austin.
Yeah, Mary Austin, one of his first loves.
Mike Myers is in it.
As?
Doesn't say, hasn't been listed.
Okay.
Ben Hardy as Roger Taylor.
Yep.
Alan Leach as Paul Prenter.
Okay.
And Gwilym Lee as Brian May.
Nice.
Which is very interesting. I'm liking the list already.
Yes.
Of course.
They haven't shoehorned massive stars into there because they can.
No, basically.
Which I like.
Yeah, I like it as well.
They picked the right people, not the biggest names.
Yeah, exactly. Which is nice. I mean, these things are going to help. I think do some wonderful things for these guys' careers as a whole. But I just think it's nice that they've got people who are actually going to dedicate themselves to the parts to do it justice, I think.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
And as I said, that story, there's so much we don't know.
Yeah.
And so much I don't think we'll ever know. Because Freddie was a private guy. Despite his bravado, he was a private guy. And I'm afraid we've got to kind of move it on a little bit.
What time are we on at the moment?
We're on 43, sorry.
Oh, okay.
43 minutes in. Just in case anyone was wondering, you're listening, you're thinking, how long has we been listening to this? 43 minutes and 28 seconds.
Well, let's get a shift on then.
So, Minecraft.
Yes.
I played some Minecraft with our buddy Matt McCallum.
Oh, yeah.
It's changed.
Oh, has it? Tell me
there's
more.
some extra stuff. I haven't barely scratched the surface on this one. They've now got like moss that grows.
That's cool.
Yeah, they've got llamas.
I've seen the llamas on the Xbox 360. It's
parrots.
I've seen parrots too.
I've got 2 parrots. Myself and Matt have started up sorry, should I say Matt and I have started up a new Minecraft game. And we've just finished protecting the village. Matt didn't know what the iron golem was and started attacking it. And it just took him out in one swipe.
That's
took
phenomenal.
Him right out.
Good.
Hilarious. And also, I'm surprised. Mojang's owned by Microsoft now.
Yeah.
They're updating and supporting the PS4 version, the PS Vita version. That's amazing. Like, I thought that it'd be like, right, okay, now it's owned by Microsoft. We'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
No. The dedication has been continued, and that speaks a lot to Microsoft's plans at the moment. Yeah. Like, you look at the way Microsoft is dealing with its phones. They know Windows Phone isn't doing very well, but they're not being naive like they were back in the day. They're not blocking you to one thing. You can get Microsoft Office apps now for Android phones, for iPhones, for iPads, for Android tablets, for Macs. There's always been a version of Office for the Mac, but they're being a software company.
Yeah.
And, you know, Xbox, you'd figure they'll go, I'm a Minecraft Xbox exclusive. But they haven't done that, which is super, super impressive.
Refreshing to hear.
Hello.
Hello, Father.
Have we got another bad joke coming?
I have, yeah.
Oh, you've got one ready. Good. We'll be hearing that at the end, I suppose. Anyway, so... it's going well. I'm glad to see that Microsoft are continuing their support for that one.
Definitely, 100%, mate. Again, I mentioned on a previous podcast, Bayonetta.
Still playing it?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
And because last time I literally played the demo, and I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this. But then it came out on Xbox Gold for free.
Nice.
And I went, do you know what? I like the demo. I'm going to buy it. So I bought it. And I've been playing through it today. And do you know what? I can see why it's got such a large fan base. It is very good. Like the mythos behind it, I suppose. It's very interesting. I like it. Like they've taken the whole supernatural element and gone, do you know what? We're going to put a slight twist on it.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how it goes. And I like it. I like it a lot.
Are you sad that as of yet you're not able to play the sequel? I am.
I am very sad I'm not able to play that. I'm
so
very,
it's a Wii
very
U
sad.
exclusive. How long is it going to be? How long is it going to be before that goes on the Switch?
Oh, good
Not
Lord.
long, I don't think.
Who knows?
And it won't be long before it's on PC, for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been clearing out my backlog.
Yes, you have.
I have a stack of games.
About bloody time.
Yeah. Now, we talked about it before I come on air. We're thinking about doing a new series that I'm going to be doing called Backlog, which is going to be, me looking at the games that are currently in a stack on the side of my drawers and going through all of those.
Yes.
But I'm going to go through, play each one for like 15, 20 minutes or so, and then give you a very quick review of what I think of it, and if I'm going to come back to it, I'm going to spend more time with it. I've already captured the first load of footage for that. So yeah, expect to see that at some point. Wilbo's Code episode 2 is in the works, and it will be on the Sega Mega Drive. But the games I've played for clearing the backlog, or backlogs it's going to be called, I think, for the Xbox, the original one, was 13, just like a comic book style game.
Yes.
Blinks, the Time Wizzy Cat, or whatever it's called. It was a big hit, but it was for the Japanese, and I can tell. Driver 3, which is just a mess. Juiced, which is completely average. Rally Sport, which is really good. I'm probably going to go back to that one. Sonic Heroes, yeah, that's what you expect. Sega GT 2002, which feels a lot like a Gran Turismo game of the era.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like even the menu sound a bit Gran Turismo-y.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, mate, I look forward to watching through that bit of the series, to be fair.
Yeah, well, it'll be like don't expect like super high production value.
No, of course
like
not. As we discussed last week, we were working with a budget of 0.
Yeah, that's not like a mainline game series. That's just going to be something fun. If we had a second channel, this is the kind of stuff we'd put on there, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. As for me, I watched something rather interesting over the last couple of days. Liar.
Yes.
Liar. On ITV1.
Yeah?
I want to say, original ITV. OG ITV.
OG ITV will be on Netflix in a couple of months.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's either going to be that one, it's going to be on catch up or something. It's got to be on catch up.
DVD box set, almost certainly.
Oh yeah, definitely. And do you know what? I think it's a series well worth doing because it's a thriller.
It's a thriller.
Michael Jackson has no place in this. God, I do have to have a chat with you after, actually. Now that you've done that, I've got to tell you something.
You're the Bo Selecta Michael Jackson.
No, oh god, no.
Shamona.
No, basically, Liar is a ITV series that has only been on for a couple of weeks, I think. But my mum and me yesterday, or my mother and I yesterday, watched the first 2 episodes, and basically it follows the story of a female teacher and a male surgeon, and one thing leads to another, and there's a lot of serious allegations made against him.
He's a student?
No, he's like a 45-year-old widow.
Oh, right.
With whose wife was indisposed, is the best way to put it without spoiling anything. But there's a lot of twists and turns and reasons for things that we don't yet know.
Right.
The second episode went up on Monday the 25th, if I'm correct. And I didn't get a chance to watch it, but my mum said it's very, very good. And I'll probably watch it either tonight or tomorrow. But if you're into your kind of suspense thrillers where you're not quite sure what's going on, you've got to work out this, that, and the other about each of the characters, this is the kind of show for you. There are some rather adult themes in there.
Yeah.
So, and if you're easily affected by situations you'd rather not think about in everyday life and hear about in everyday life, maybe don't watch it. That's a disclaimer I will give, because it's not for those of a weak disposition or those that have been through some real traumatic events.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to...
That's absolutely fine. I was done.
Force our hands a little bit here.
I was done now, mate. I was done.
Let me jump into something completely different. A dog refused to part with a 10-inch dildo he'd found in a bush, leaving his embarrassed owner attempting to wrestle it away. Jonathan Dade and his dog Tyson were walking in Suffolk, when the 5-year-old Labrador found the giant black sex toy in the bushes and became quite attached to it. Jonathan said, "I was laughing so much I nearly wet myself, to be honest. I was just walking my dog, and then he began rummaging around in the bushes. Then he just came out with it. He turned his head and started wagging his tail as if to say, 'Look what I've got.' At first I thought it was a dirty old stick, but just wobbling around in his mouth. I was like, no, it definitely isn't. Is it? I wish I'd taken a video, but after chasing him around at the time, I didn't really think about it. But there is an amazing picture. He posted the picture of the dildo and a snap of its final resting place on Facebook. And at the end of the day, it had gone viral. The 38-year-old said, "I don't have a proper record of the original number of likes and shares, but it definitely did go into the thousands."
That's very funny.
I said, that dildo is still there in that ditch, so I've got no idea where it'll be again, and find it.
I'm looking at the picture of the dog now, and he looks very happy with himself.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's very funny. Lovely black Labrador as well, and just got this thing hanging out of his mouth. It's just,
that's a story.
Oh, poor puppy.
It's on the Metro.
You don't know what you're doing, puppy. Stop it.
That's a story on the Metro, and it will be linked down below.
Yes.
Speaking of something else that'll be linked down below, there's a great video on the BBC News website of the first European woman to do a wheelchair backflip. 13-year-old Lily Rice from Pembrokeshire is thought to be the first European female to perform a backflip in a wheelchair. It's a really cool video. Go check it out. Now, we're sort of ending things on a sort of more positive note these days. We're trying to make it even more positive, or at least more poignant, so it sort of sticks with you.
Definitely.
And just wanted to talk a little bit about disability and the way society's changed around it. Like, I remember a time where you had derogatory terms for people who suffered a disability.
Yes.
And I'm glad that's going away. Like, I think we're getting there.
Slowly. Slowly, it must be said, but it is happening. And
here's the thing. Everyone goes... We've all heard that person going, "Oh, well, disabled people, they don't want to be helped. They want to be independent. They want to do whatever." And we've all heard that person saying, "Oh, well, you know, the disabled guys, this person wants to be called this person wants to be called this. You know, we should make sure we do this for them, have this for them." Here's the thing, and here's what I wanted to really get to the crux of it, is everybody's different.
Yes.
Whether you're disabled or not, it is up to that individual and that individual alone what they get, what they don't get, what they want you to do and what they don't want you to do. So here's the thing. I reckon one of the best things that we can do as anybody, anyone, talk about it. And honestly, openly ask them what they would like.
Yeah.
You know, how do you want to be approached?
Talk, not being funny, is talking to them as people.
You know what?
Because that's what they are, people.
What's weird is I was in a situation a few years back. I was interviewing a guy who had been in the army and had lost his right arm.
Yeah.
So naturally, I go up to him, and it would have been very easy at that point for me to go, "What do I do?"
Yeah.
What do I do? I've got to shake this guy's hand. Do I just go give him a hug? Like, what do I do? But I didn't. I just extended my left hand and shook his left.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he wanted. It's not always that easy.
No.
But if you're struggling, don't try and make a joke out of it. Don't try and do anything like that. Just talk. And if that person doesn't want to talk about it, they'll tell you they don't want to talk about it. Like, at the end of the day, just be honest, be open, be kind. As I said, my main point to all this is we're all people.
Yeah, well, yeah, precisely.
And every person wants to be treated differently. And every person, like, you know, for example, if I went up to Chris, I could make a joke and he'd be offended by it.
Yeah.
Whereas I could go up to someone else, make a joke, and they could be perfectly fine with it.
Exactly.
So, you know, I want to end on the message of positivity, though. We're getting there.
Yeah.
You know, people
slowly.
are waking up to the fact that we're all just people.
Yeah.
And we all have different desires, wants, needs. And, you know, watching this 13-year-old Lily doing a wheelchair backflip.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Awesome. She's so good. Like, and you can see a couple of takes where she stacks it. Like, she fully, like, you know, comes out the chair a bit and smacks her face on the ramp. But she gives it a good go.
She keeps going. I think it's in the video something
It's
along the lines
determination.
of 6 hours.
Yeah.
She's practicing for 6 hours and doing this thing. And even after all the knocks and bumps, she still got up and did it.
Still carrying on, man. Still carrying on. You know, there's a massive lead-in ramp as well. Like, huge. And the physicality, you know, because I did trampolining. I was a trampolinist. I am a level 9 trampolinist in British gymnastics. Will you believe it?
Ew.
I could teach. Not anymore, though. And I know what you have something called hip drive and stuff like that, and you have to, like, really work yourself up to do things like somersaults back and front. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, I can't imagine possibly doing that in a chair.
No.
That must be really hard, physically hard work and demanding.
Oh, God, yeah.
So it's amazing. Go check out this video. This girl is someone else, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I wish I could do it. I really do wish I could do that.
I wish we were both wearing hats so we could tilt them to her, because
it's audio. We're tipping our big bowler hats to you. We can say what we want.
Okay.
I'm wearing my Flash Gordon outfit.
I'm gonna go and ride a llama.
Good.
To the kitchen.
Okay, that you could have gone with saying it myself. Anyway, while I do the outro, go get your dad for his terrible joke.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Go get him for his terrible joke. Anyway, yes, you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Curious Crow Productions. We're there with all of our nonsense and stuff. Take a look at Wilbo's Cupboard episode 1. It's just gone up. It's well worth a look, I think, at least. You know, I'm the one who made it, so I don't know if that really counts. You can listen to us on the on the Apple Podcast app. We're also on SoundCloud, and every episode is right here on YouTube. You can give us a comment, give us a like, tell us lots of stuff. Richard, your terrible joke, please.
Hi, Jordan. Alcoholics Anonymous today. Still drinking, just under a different name.
That was horrendous. Thank you, though, Father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, I made a kind of dad joke earlier on.
Go on, you've got like 1 minute.
My mum was walking up through the garden, and she had carrying a load of vegetables in her arm. She dropped a leek on the floor, so I just looked at her and went, "Mum, you got a leek."
With that, we'll see you next week on the Curious Crow Podcast. My name's Matt William.
And I'm Chris Borden.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye now.